Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech World, and this is my favorite videos to do every year is to live with a phone that's 10 years old. And this year it is none other than the 5S, which I think is a great phone, surprisingly. Like 10 years later, this thing is still getting software updates. It just got a software update a couple months ago. So this is the first phone to get 10 years of software support. Before that, it was the iPhone 4S when it got 8 years, and now this has finally beat that with 10 years. So honestly, this is a great thing. So I feel like this is gonna probably be the easiest year of the past 4 years I've done this. I am feeling a little bit sick, so sorry if my voice is sounding a little bit weird. The challenge starts tomorrow, but this thing, I'm like already like so familiar with it, because this is a really similar phone to the 5 last year, except for it gets Touch ID now, which is super nice to just like log in your phone, not through your password. But this seems like the first modern phone I've had to do compared to the last 3 years I've done this. So I'm super excited for this week. Okay, it is currently 2 days before the challenge starts. I always start these videos a couple days before because always there's something that goes wrong. It happens every single year. So this year, it was actually, I couldn't find the phone at all. So we've been searching all week for it because I wanted to do this challenge last week, but I couldn't find it. But we finally found it Friday night, and I quickly charged it because I was like, oh, well, we can start it next week. We can start next Monday. I charged it up, and it's on like 12.4.4 at the time, and I was trying to connect it to the Wi-Fi, and it would not load. I was like, shoot, I don't want to go without Wi-Fi for a week. That would actually suck. So I was like, oh, thinking about how to update. I was like, I quickly connected it to my computer because Wi-Fi wouldn't work. So I updated it, and the Wi-Fi still wouldn't work. So I quickly hotspotted it, and hotspotting it worked. After like a couple hours, hotspot disconnected, and then it connected to the Wi-Fi, and it was working. So I don't know what it was, but it wasn't gonna work, and then it started working, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad I can actually use Wi-Fi this week, and that's a plus. So basically, I went through and I downloaded as many apps as I could that would work. But basically, these are the 5 social media apps I was able to log into. These ones I was not. Twitter actually shows the old Twitter icon, which is funny. When I downloaded this, it actually showed a Twitter icon, and it showed an X icon, and it didn't have like a logo or anything. This also happened with RetroBull. I think I only got a screenshot with RetroBull, so sadly I didn't get the screenshot of that. I just thought it was funny. It was showing 2 Twitter things, but one of them had an X logo, the new one. Then Visco I couldn't log into, and TikTok I couldn't log into, but these ones I was able to. And then these are the games I've downloaded so far. I might download more, but yeah. And then with my work apps, Jolt and Crew, I use those for work. I was able to download and log in. But my app I use for school, Power School, doesn't actually work. Maybe it will? Yeah, it just crashes. Then we got Photomath, and we got Over, which is GoDaddy Studio. It's kind of funny, it's an old one. But I was not able to download my banking app, so that's going to be real fun. That's what's on my phone. We're officially 12 hours away from the challenge starting. But anyway, on my phone, I was able to get my bank app to work, and I downloaded a bunch more games. I got so many, I'm not gonna be bored. I really want that 2012 vibe. I actually wasn't able to get any of my music to work on Apple Music for whatever reason. But I was able to get Spotify to work, and so I just signed into my old Spotify account. So I'll have Spotify this week for whatever reason, but Apple Music does not work. First shot on the iPhone 5S with the front camera, pretty good. We're gonna box up my iPhone for a whole week. This is the back camera now. I'm sorry, phone. It is time to go back in your little box. Bye-bye. Okay, it is officially day 1. I just got done dropping my sister off at school. The blurring is kind of interesting. Just like kind of like last year, you get the focus on the light and then the clouds look fine. But there's a couple things I want to mention. First of all, this phone was actually originally my grandma's phone, and she got the battery replaced halfway through. And so she had this phone for like 7 years. She had it from like 2013 until 2020, and then she upgraded to the 10R. And then she said she got a battery replaced around 2016. So honestly, this is probably a 4-year-old battery, so it's probably just as bad as when she replaced it. So it's probably gonna suck. I have a battery bank in my backpack just in case. Now, obviously, this phone is 10 years old. And sadly, just a year ago, they did cancel 3G, which this phone really only supports true 3G because they say it supports LTE, but it doesn't support actually full-fledged LTE. So this phone really doesn't have 4G. So it basically died with 3G, sadly, and T-Mobile quit theirs last year. And so Mint Mobile does not support it. So I will not be having service this week. So basically, if I get Wi-Fi, is basically the only time I'm going to be using this phone. Like right now, I don't have Wi-Fi, so I'm just recording, and I have no service. I have no idea if I've gotten any texts yet. Last year, we tested CarPlay on it, but I just recently got a new car, and this radio does not have my old radio in it. With CarPlay, I haven't set that up yet, so we can't test if it has CarPlay yet, but that's okay. Okay, everybody, it is time to go to work. As you can see, I pulled up my work schedule. I work today, 11:30 to 4:30. So we just got done with school, and now I can go to work. And yeah, it's 11:18, so iOS 18 was just released 18 minutes ago. How convenient was that? Anyway, let's get to work. Just got back from work. Probably gonna sit down and watch some YouTube now after I change and shower and stuff. But so far, today's been fairly easy. I've just been doing my job, so I haven't like pulled on my phone or anything. But now it's gonna be weird because it's like, yeah, school's over and work's over. Both those times I'm not usually on my phone, but now I will be on my phone. So it will be kind of weird. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is officially day 2. Also, I wanted to point out, this is the same place I was 2 years ago when I was setting up the iPhone 4S. Time flies, bro. Siri still lights up the entire display. She does not need to do that. And also, the volume indicators do not need to take up the entire screen. Kinda dumb. Well, today's day 3, just so you know. I just got done with school, and we're about to go to work till 4. My eye is still bugging, though. It's like kind of red, so I have contacts in, but I brought my glasses just in case it gets really bad and I need to take them out so I can put my glasses on. So far, I don't know, this phone's been kind of weird. Like, I feel like I've been able to, like, this is probably the best experience I've had all 4 years doing this. Like, I can go on basically all my social medias, because like last year I could only do like Instagram. This year I can do Instagram, Snapchat. It's annoying that the screen is super small. I noticed that. The screen is super small and the battery life sucks, but basically besides that, I'm using my phone mostly the same. And this camera's funky. Like, look how wide that is. That shouldn't be that wide. Just got back from work. It is currently 5:11, but there's like 200 iPhone 15, iOS 17 videos that I want to watch. So that's probably what I'm going to watch on YouTube next. I did just get a haircut. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but it looks pretty good. My hair looked terrible before. I'm not afraid to admit that. But my stash. What do you guys think about the stash? Comment below. I kind of like it, but a lot of people don't. I am back for the last time for day 3. So I've watched a bunch of YouTube and stuff. The phone finally did die. I plugged it in. As I was on YouTube, I was looking at my latest 2 YouTube videos, and both of them, even though I posted them around like 4 days of each other, both of them are literally in top 3 of my best videos of the past, like, it's surprising. Like, I didn't post for like 2 months almost, and then I come back, and it's crazy how like you can get videos that are like 1 out of 10 and 2 out of 10, like, even though you haven't posted for 2 months. So I'm glad you guys keep coming back. So thanks. I feel like any videos that get over 100 views for me is actually amazing. So thank you guys for doing that. So that makes me happy. And also, something else I was going to mention, I am going to be doing an iPhone 5C review next month. I just have a bunch of videos we're going to do. iOS 17, a bunch of other stuff, and so that'll come out eventually sometime next month. So stay tuned for that. Please subscribe if you want to see an iPhone 5C video. Anyway, see you guys for day 4. Welcome back, everybody, to day 4. I hope the rain isn't like too crazy on the mics or anything, but it is officially day 4. It is September 21st. The 21st night of September. Interesting. Anyway, I just want to quickly mention a couple things. What I noticed yesterday, I was looking at statistics. I wanted to just say this yesterday, but I forgot. My, last year when I did my video about living with the iPhone 5 for a whole week, that video has actually done really well in the last week. Look at this little spike it has. Like, what is this? Welcome. It is actually towards the end of day 5. So, yesterday I went to work, and, when I got back from work, because I don't, like, use this phone too much, I forgot about it. I left it in my car all night last night. And so when I woke up this morning, I couldn't find my phone anywhere. So I was like, oh, I left it in my car. And so I got ready for school, and I got in my car, and it was dead. Just completely dead. So I tried charging it, but my little cord thing I have in my car does not charge it very fast. So luckily, I just brought that charger, plugged it in my Chromebook, and charged it up. But yeah, that was kind of funny that I forgot my phone in my car last night. Anyway, I actually am going to go to a concert tomorrow. So it's an All-American Rejects concert. That's going to be pretty lit. And we'll see how that goes with this phone. Hopefully I can get enough battery. I'm definitely bringing a battery bank for that. Anyway, on to day 6. Okay, so my concert isn't for a couple hours. So I think today is the day that I watch the Apple event. It's kind of tradition. I always watch the 10-year-old Apple event with the phone I'm using, so I think we can watch the iPhone 5S event right now.
The second is called iPhone 5S. It's the most forward-thinking phone we've ever created. It's made of a high-grade aluminum with diamond-cut chamfered edges, perfectly matched glass inlays. The team has carefully considered every detail to make this the most beautiful phone ever made. The camera system. People love taking photos with their iPhones and its eyesight camera, and it does a phenomenal job. Touch ID.
Now, one thing that I feel like I haven't been talking to you guys about much is Touch ID. It has been a blessing. Like I could just be like unlocking my phone before it's even out of my pocket. Like, it is great. And since I haven't had any sort of biometrics on any previous year, it's been great to have Touch ID this past week.
Oh yeah, their music is coming right in.
It is officially day 7. I know, it's so sad. Actually, it's probably not. You guys have already probably clicked away on the video by now. View attention is probably 0. This week is, been the best one so far. Like, I feel like this has been like the most closest to my phone and every year before that. Like, with iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S, those felt like actually old, like actually 10-year-old phones. The 5 was better. I think it could have been even better if I didn't have it on iOS 7. Anyway, but then this year, I literally haven't missed out on too much. Yeah, it's been kind of annoying. Like, there's been a couple features like widgets or whatever, like on iOS related, that I missed out on. I'm like, oh yeah, we don't have this on this update, yada yada. But actually, like, core features of the phone, like using my apps, hasn't been too bad. I mean, there's a couple apps that I can't use anymore, but most of them I can. So honestly, this has felt like the best year. So I feel like every year it's gonna get easier and easier. Like next year with the iPhone 6, it'll probably actually be just the same as this year since it's on the same iOS version, but it's probably better battery life and bigger screen. Next year though is actually going to be a little bit easier because the 6 can actually use a 4G for the first time, so I can actually put my SIM card in it for the first time. So honestly, I think this challenge is gonna get easier and easier. But then you're gonna be like, oh, well then just like do 20 years. Yeah, you think in 2027 I'm just gonna be using the iPhone 2G? Anyway, so first of all, I'm just going to show a couple pictures I've taken over the week, because, I mean, you've been able to see this video all week, so you know how good the video is. But I'm going to show a couple pictures, probably compare them against my iPhone 14 Pro, and yeah. Anyway, with that said, thank you guys for tuning in for this super long video. I'm so glad you guys actually watched. Please leave me a like or whatever if you like this video. More content to come soon. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And peace out.